Get a copy. Today is training number 272. Topic title for today: positioning yourself as a leader. Positioning yourself as a leader. Now, one of the things that I've told people for a lot of years is, and I learned this from John C. Maxwell, that leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. And if you want to be successful with being able to build a network, build a customer base, you've got to learn those leadership skills. But the question is, how do you actually position yourself as a leader? If you feel like, I don't have the credibility yet until I hit this rank, or until I make this amount of money trading, I don't have the credibility. I want to talk about that today. So let's go ahead and do share screen with you guys. And again, thank you so much for joining the call here today. So just like I said, I'll make sure that every one of you gets a copy of this today. So how to position yourself as a leader, and not just an IBO. Not that an IBO, it's not just an IBO. It's a mere fact that people, if they're an IBO, they want to go to those next ranks. And I want to talk about that. Here's the thing. If you don't give people a reason to follow you, they will follow someone else. They're going to go to Alex Morton's page. They're going to go to Matt Rosa's page and Jason Brown's page and other leaders. They have to have a reason. And what is that reason? What is it that you're putting out there, both just out in the public or on social media, that would give people a reason to do business with you? Think about it. Are you inspirational? Are you succeeding with trading? Are you liking products? Are you succeeding with a business? So I want to talk about that a little bit today, is that reason, because I've always thought about that for myself for many years now, is I've got to give people a reason to follow me on social media, to watch my YouTube videos. Is it my passion? Is it my knowledge? What is it about me that's different as to why people would want to follow me? I'm married. I've got 6 kids. I focus on my physical health and helping people to make more money and stuff like that. So you're trying to do something that can give people a reason to follow you. So be thinking about that, okay? Leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. Again, I learned that from John C. Maxwell. The key is to attract people by positioning yourself. So we'd call it attraction marketing. And so we want to talk about that today. Step 1, write this down, is you've got to offer value. Almost everything is a value proposition. You got to offer value. Whether someone's charging for that value or giving it for free, you've got to offer value. For example, this call that we're on right now, I am offering you value. I am teaching you things that I have learned myself, that I do on a daily basis, that I've put out into the marketplace, that I don't charge for. If you go to my YouTube and you look up all my network marketing trainings and nearly 1,300 morning motivation videos, I do not charge for those, but I give tremendous value, which does what? It gets people to come back and listen more. So you've got to offer value to the marketplace. Number 2 is you've got to brand yourself online. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, whatever it is that you're using for your platforms, you've got to be that walking, moving billboard on a daily basis. When people see you, when they hear you, you are a billboard. So think about that. Like, I know when I go around, people see me as, hey, he looks fit, or this guy looks like somebody that might be an entrepreneur, right? So what is this brand? This is a family guy, or whatever it is that you are. You've got to have this own personal brand that you're building over weeks and months and even years of time. Think about it again in your own mind. You are a walking, moving billboard every day on and off social media, okay? Number 3 is, and a lot of people think that you need a good resume in the industry. It is certainly helpful. Like at this point, I have a good resume. I know that I could go to most companies right now and say, hey, what can you do for me, right? Rather than just starting over, I could go somewhere because I've got a good resume, a good track record of many years, over 2 decades, tons of personal enrollments and all that kind of stuff. But you don't need this in the beginning, because look, most people that have made 6 figures in this company, 7 figures in the company, they never actually made money before IM Academy. And that's the truth. They did not succeed. I could name you 10 right off the top of my head. They never made money before this company. So just know, do not believe that you have to have a good resume in the industry in order to be successful. Okay. Number 4 is you don't need to be full-time. Many times I have people say, if I had as much time as you, which I've always thought is funny. It's like, are you married with 6 children? Probably not. This whole, I need more time. No, it's that you need to focus in the time that you have. You don't need to be full-time. You realize that you could do this in an hour a day, 2 hours a day, and that you could be successful. Like, it's helpful if you have more time, but you don't need to do this full time. Remember what Jim Rohn said? I'm working full time on my job, part time on my fortune, right? If you put aside time every day to do this, whether it's trading, building, or both, you can be successful. You do not need to do this full time. Let's say that you had 8 hours a day to be doing this. My question for you is, what would you be doing during those 8 hours? You know what most people would be doing? They'd be scrolling social media. They'd be looking at all the different platforms, seeing what people are doing, and they'd be bored after an hour or two. So do not believe this fallacy or this myth that I got to do this full time to be successful. It is not true. When I got involved in the industry, I did it part time until the point that I could justify doing it full time, where I was able to release myself from the job that I had and go full time and take it to another level. Okay. So just know that you can create a full-time income doing this on a part-time basis. I have a good friend of mine who built this to 6 figures while working a 60-hour-a-week job. He's working 60 hours a week. He had children and a spouse, and he built it up to 6 figures. In fact, he did that for 3 years, and then he finally left his job. He just wanted to make sure that he was good to go, that he wasn't going to lose his team. And so then he left his job. So just know that it's possible for you to do this as well. Now, here's another thing to think about too. This is key number 5, is to position yourself as a leader. You don't need a lot of money. Robert Kiyosaki talks about this both in Rich Dad, Poor Dad and Cash Flow Quadrant, that it's not that it takes money to make money. That's helpful. It actually takes an idea to make money, because we know a lot of people who have great ideas but didn't have the money and they got connected to someone who did. This is actually an industry where it's actually more of sweat equity. So obviously you need money to pay your subscription, but besides that, you really don't need a lot of money to be successful. And the same goes for trading. People think if I had $1 million or 100 grand, I know I could be successful. I could tell you they'd blow it probably in 24 to 48 hours. Okay. So it's really the time investment, the sweat equity, not necessarily the money to do this. Because people are like, I gotta be able to run ads. Well, I could give you 10 grand a month right now to run ads on Facebook and Instagram. You'd blow through all that money and probably not recruit a single soul. So it's not the money. It's that time that you're putting in doing stuff organically that does not cost you money. I've enrolled thousands of people personally. I can tell you, I only actually did ads for a short period of time, and I did enroll people. But what I found personally for me is that it was too expensive. So I went back to doing it organically. Now, if I was selling a high ticket item or something like that, that would be a little bit different. But number one, again, is you got to offer value. 2, brand yourself online. Be working every day on your billboard. Are you consistently posting on your social media? Number 3, you don't have to have a good resume in the industry to be successful. Number 4, you don't need to be full-time. Do not believe that for a second. There's plenty of people doing this right now that are at 6 figures that are still working a job. And number 5 is you don't need a lot of money. What you need is a lot of work ethic. You need consistency. You need a persistent attitude. You need a never give up, never die attitude. That's what you need. In the beginning, I did not have money. Okay. When I got in this industry, I was broke. Okay. And to the point that I could get enough money to then, whether it was from the job or business, to justify doing what I do today. And here's the last part, number 6, that I want to mention, and then we'll close out. The fastest way to position yourself as a leader is to teach. And I have the saying, teach to teach so you can go to the beach. I mean, the thing is that you got to share content online that is of a teaching and educational nature. What do myself and Dr. Lee do every day? We teach, we educate. That is what we do. And so years ago, I started saying, you know what, man, I'm going to make a YouTube video every day on something. Now, I don't make them every day, but if you look at my YouTube channel, I have probably 4 or 5 videos, probably around 5 a week uploaded to my channel. Okay. And so you're teaching. Well, where do you get this information? Learn it from other people and teach it. Just start sharing content online that is of a teaching and educational nature. Look, people are sharing funny stuff all the time, right? But there's also people sharing educational information. And what starts to happen is you start to become a person that other people see as, hey, they know some stuff. Not that they're a know-it-all, but they know stuff. It seems like that they know what they're talking about. Guys, I learned all that I'm teaching you now from other mentors and experience. And now I'm teaching it to you. I did not create all the stuff myself. I did not reinvent the wheel. I went to the people who were already successful. I learned it from them. I took notes, and then I disseminated the message the way that I do now, which is on live Zoom calls, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and so forth. I am teaching and teaching and teaching and teaching. I'm about to go to Europe. I'm going to be teaching and teaching and teaching and teaching. And then there will be content from Europe that will go up on my social media that will teach people. See, this is what you do. This is how you position yourself as a leader. If you guys want access to this recording today, I want you to go to Brandon Boyd Official on Instagram. I'm going to give you access to the PDF and the recording. I want you guys to have this very simple PowerPoint presentation that I'm going to save as a PDF where each and every one of you can have a copy so that you can remember this is what I need to do. As I'm on the come up of Platinum 150, Platinum 600, Platinum 1000, all the way to Chairman and beyond. If I want to position myself as a leader, these are the things that I need to start doing. I gave you some simple tips and nuggets that you can take with you today that you guys can be successful with if you decide to take action on the things that I mentioned. So guys, I hope that you have a fantastic Tuesday. And for those who are watching right now on social media, I look forward to seeing you in Europe here very shortly this week, and hope you guys have an amazing day. We'll see you on Tuesday. Thanks, everyone.